spending time with the family, of course, which is such a nice way to spend the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think quarantine has been good for me so far. Yeah. We have to comply, yeah, because look what's going on in the world, and honestly, like when you look around you, you see how fortunate you are just if you have a roof over your head and if you have food on your plate. When I realized that I could help out in a certain way by gathering my fans, my followers, to kind of contribute a small amount, but which will go a long way, I said I should do that. Look at what we have done to our planet. It's thriving without us right now. Everyone's inside, then nature is like thriving. This year would have been my 10th year, but 2020 has been cancelled, so we're not counting it. Next year is my 10th year, okay? It's been erased from our calendar. Yeah, I think misinformation is, I think, worse than the actual virus at this point in time. I don't want to mislead anyone on that. I'm a very rule abiding citizen. I'm sitting at home in the lockdown just like anybody else, and there are no shoots going on, so nobody is shooting.
Exactly.
I think look to the future. Know in your hearts that everything's going to be okay. Positivity has a very strong power, and especially collectively. Honestly, we're all in this together. So, जो आपका होगा सबका होगा. Don't worry, and we're all in it together. So we'll come out also together.
Welcome to Speak Easy, Sonakshi. It's always so much fun chatting with you, and it's so bright and sunny, and you look amazing. And I
Thank
think it's
you.
going
So
to,
do you, Rudrani. And it's so nice to see you after so long,
yeah,
even though it's virtually.
virtually. This is the world that we live in now, and this is how we're going to communicate for some time, I
Yeah.
think. But how has this quarantine life been for you?
For
Have you
me,
picked up any
actually,
new skill?
huh?
Have you picked up any new skill? Have you done something that you haven't done before?
Not something I haven't done before, but I've rediscovered my love for sketching and painting, which is something I had stopped doing in the middle. Kind of just let go of it. Now, of course, because of so much free time on our hands, you're always looking for things to do that will make you feel productive because the days are just going by like, you're sleeping at any time, waking up at any time. So every time I find something that I can do that's going to keep me busy for a bit, I do that. I've been catching up on movies and my shows. I've been, reading up a lot on the internet, chatting with my friends, spending time with the family, of course, which is such a nice, way to spend the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think quarantine has been good for me so far.
So you've not been going through all the the issues that others have been, because you were telling me some time back, you are a homebody. Like, you like spending
Yeah,
time at
I
home.
love being at home. Like my life without quarantine, this enforced quarantine is also like quarantine only because like when I'm not working, I want to vegetate. I don't want to do anything all day. I want to do what I'm doing exactly right now. But except that time we had a choice
Yeah.
to go out or not go out. This time we don't have a choice. So it's been, enforced upon us. But we have to comply, yeah, because look what's going on in the world. And honestly, like when you look around you, you see how fortunate you are just if you have a roof over your head and if you have food on your plate. So yeah, I think we are very very fortunate, and as much as we can do to help others, we really should for sitting at home.
And you've been doing your bit as well. I know that you've been helping this organization to collect money for getting more PPE kits for health workers and health professionals. Have there's a scarcity of kits that's going to really help them. Tell us a little more about that as well.
Um, sitting at home, honestly, I'm sure a lot of us are feeling very, very helpless because there's not much else that we can do. But I don't believe that. I think that, even sitting at home, we can make our contributions, uh, following the guidelines. Of course, lockdown is in order, but you do get out to get your essentials, you do get out to get your groceries, and, go to the bank or whatever. But wear your gloves, wear your mask. If you're cooking meals at home, cook an extra meal, give it to a person who needs it, probably sitting outside your house. Other than that, for me, when I heard that, the hospitals were falling short of these PPE kits and the doctors were falling sick because of that. And, once the doctors and nurses and the medical staff uh, get the virus or are even suspected of getting the virus, they are put into quarantine for 14 days. So who's going to take care of the patients? So I feel it's really the need of the hour. And when I realized that I could help out in a certain way by gathering my fans, my followers, to kind of contribute a small amount, but which will go a long way, I said I should do that.
It's been a very sort of thought provoking time as well, right? Everybody sort of has noticed things about themselves, about their friends, about the environment. Things have been going so great.
Yeah, yeah. The environment is doing so much better without humans. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Look at what we have done to our planet. It's thriving without us right now. Everyone's inside, then nature is like thriving. It's really something to think about, and it's something I feel very strongly about, which is the environment. And I hope that, when things kind of get back to normal, we don't go to our old ways of, just ruining the planet like how we've been doing for so long and remorselessly. uh, in somewhere I believe that this might also be nature's way of striking back or of setting things right. So we really need to mend our ways when things get back to normal.
Watch E-Town News Monday to Friday at 9:30 p.m. only on Zoom.